Hey, welcome back to Angry Bird. I haven't talked since yesterday, I believe, in the morning, and kind of took a day off, and I had to absorb the January 6th violent protesters being released because we have to come into terms with what that actually represents. So again, I'm just an average guy, just telling you my 2 cents. All right. If you don't know, in history, Hitler was also a criminal that avoided prosecution. Okay. And anybody that is a criminal that avoids prosecution are going to want to continue avoiding it. So when these guys take power, guys that are criminals, and then they surround themselves by yes men, um, they want people around them that are willing to go all the way, to snuff out somebody that might be an enemy worth snuffing out, so to speak. I mean, you got to remember who these people are. We're talking about anti-government mafias out there that went to the Capitol to overturn votes, man, American votes. They went there to overturn American votes. They attacked those voters. They attacked everyone then, right? That's freedom of speech they were attacking. Again, First Amendment. This is all about pretty much that. And so now he releases these guys that went to the Capitol to do damage. They beat up cops. A cop killed himself. Um, they're under threat. I imagine now those police officers that defended the very people, the very people that allowed the prisoners to be released. Let that sink in. I saw videos of those cowards running, man. And I shouldn't say cowards. I would have probably ran, but they're not calling it out. And then now they're condoning the dude that got it, that did it, and now that dude got those prisoners out, and they're on the streets. Those same people. Now, there's two sides of this, okay? I'm going to give you the silver lining side, which I don't believe is true. But a guy like me, a guy like me, had I betrayed other people in the manner he did, where their lives were really ruined because I lied to them, I might feel obligated to pardon them. And with conditions, of course. Maybe not to own a gun or something, or maybe, not to join back in those groups, or some sort of condition where, I don't know. I don't know how you do. I don't know how you'd spin it that way, but the point is there could be some guilt there on his behalf for them being in their positions, and maybe that's why he did it. Maybe that's why he wants to do all of it. But I see it. I see it as his personal SS. You have to remember what the SS was. In Nazi Germany, they went and wiped out political opponents. They went and grabbed political opponents, disappeared. So that could be what they're for. We don't know. It disgusted me to know that we've become this, because you have the people that are out there right now with Trump flags, back the blue flags together. And then he just released a bunch of people that beat the snot out of cops, you know, over a lie that he said, and now those cops are under threat. It's just, you know what I'm getting at. It doesn't make sense to tie it now. You couldn't make it. You couldn't tie it together now. It's more like back the blue who backs me too, right? It ain't back the blue. So it's disheartening. I told somebody a while ago that there was going to be a string of things that if I saw all these things take place, that I was really worried about public safety. And the only thing, and I haven't logged in to check it, maybe I should, is whether or not Pete gets confirmed. If Pete gets confirmed, everything I've said so far has come true. And, these aren't hard predictions. They're not, because that's what they wanted to do. So I'm just like, I put out what they wanted to do, and I laid out all the cards of if they do this, they're getting everything they want. And Pete's the last step kind of to that equation. Sure, there's other confirmations that are important, but not to what I was thinking of. Not to when I was thinking of military and cities, I was thinking of somebody so dangerous that they would just kill their own citizens. No problem, and that Pete's that guy. That's why he's the one that I always worried about. They all don't care about nobody, but he would be the one commanding people with weapons. So it's a whole different ball game, because he's the one that can swear an oath to the Constitution and then slate a hand, just be loyal to Trump only and ignore the Constitution and every part of that Constitution that they don't agree with. Remember, they're trying to end the Constitution as is. They've already started the attack. So, yeah, it's just disheartening that they're now on the streets. So what comes next is more violence. That's it. There's no other outcome of his plan that doesn't involve violence escalating. It's just a question of, where does it start? Does it start with ICE and the raids? Does it start with some militia groups and a hit job somewhere? Does it start with a political lie so obvious he betrays his whole base? I mean, he's already done that with the coin, the meme coin. Again, they might not know it yet, but some of them are posting. So there's a lady that lost $800,000 on that. Unbelievable, man. On Melania's coin. Like, they literally gutted their own base right out the gate. And they released the violent guys right out the gate. They're instigating all these policies they want to try, and they're facing all these lawsuits. But again, we don't know how far laws matter right now as a citizen. There's people out there going, hey, we got lawsuits coming, guys. We're going to do... Does that matter? If you're me, an average guy right now, thinking, do you see safety in our legal system preventing something right now? I don't. Who's with me on that, right? I don't. Looks like laws are bought. So it looks like the billionaires are going to just buy whatever laws they need, and we're fucked. So the lawsuits, I'm glad they're there. I'm glad there's some pushback, but it ain't on mainstream media, right? These lawsuits aren't on mainstream media. So all they have to do is kill the voices that have the lawsuits, and then nobody will know. And then they can normalize stuff. So people aren't paying attention enough to realize that releasing the January 6ers is the start of the violence. And if you don't know anything about history, just read World War II history, not the war part. We know the outcome. Read how he took power. Read about the SS, and maybe you'll understand. All right, love y'all. Bye.